there's going to be a blowback here at some point because you're raising an entire generation on this dumb shit. And by dumb shit, I'm meaning instead of getting people the help it is that they actually need and dealing with that specific problem, what you have is you could make the argument. There's a story it is that I'm going to show you that this stuff is being pushed on these young people. Like actually, they don't have the position, right? Or maybe they are going through some shit. And instead of dealing with it directly, this is what it is that you have. I'm gonna actually show you. We'll go ahead and call it the beg seg.
Please, sir, I want some more.
What? Get a fucking job!
Our favorite here, Mags.
Oh, Mags.
This happened the other week. Obviously, we didn't have Ripping the Silverback, but I just want you to think about this. Seriously.
Oh, God.
So she has a book that is coming out with an artist that apparently was she's the artist that was responsible for that Young Diana thing over with DC Comics.
How did that do?
Well, they are teaming up for a book that is specifically aimed at minors. Let's just call it what it is. This is a person that is 16 and she has just moved to New York, from New York to California, and transitioned at the same time.
How weird.
And goes on to say it's a story about adolescence and suddenly being aware of the expectation people place on you and your body suddenly commodified and sexualized before you even know it's happening.
Oh my God, the fucking God. Oh my God, the irony. Oh God, the irony. Fucking hell, the irony. Okay. Oh, so this is targeted towards kids, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. Oh boy, the irony. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's targeting kids. That's my thing. Okay, just calling this for what it is. It targets young people. It's going through this whole transition bullshit, and it's targeting young folk. That's your problem. You see this, right? And you see that this isn't right.
No.
You want to talk about shame in a just society? This would not exist. Nobody would put out something like this and be proud of it. But this is the world that we live in. And this is how crazy shit's got. Look, I know we're getting really, really heavy into the social, political stuff, but seriously, I'm a libertarian, right? So my position on this whole thing is my opinion. And do I think this shit's weird? Absolutely. I do feel for people that do not like the way that God made them. I do feel for those types of people. I don't like that idea that some people feel like God made a mistake, no matter what it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be with just whole gender stuff, but you feel like God made a mistake. And that speaks to a lot of psychological problems. However, with that being said, when we're talking about rights, do I believe that an adult has the right, even if I might think it's weird shit, do I believe that they have the right to do whatever the fuck they want to their bodies? Well, that's what liberty is. So go for it. That doesn't mean I'm going to agree with it. That doesn't mean other people are going to agree with it. That doesn't mean that I believe that what you're doing, again, you don't have some problems. You do. But at least as an adult, that is the liberty it is that you have. Unfortunately, this dumb shit crossed over into minors. And it's well beyond simply, well, this person has some sort of like body dysmorphia and they got some problems. Now it's, oh, well, little Johnny was feeling some kind of way that day. Maybe Johnny's a girl.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And now we get Johnny pills to stop the natural process of his growth. And worse, in some cases, we cut the motherfucker off and we do irreversible damage to Johnny because Johnny was feeling that kind of way. And again, the crooked medical community, all these hacks, all in on it. See, that shit's crazy, right? That's my eyes, my ears tell me that's wild. That's not right. However, we live in a world now where this shit is to the point to where it is now. We can't even agree to leave the goddamn kids alone. That should be unanimous. I don't care who it is that you are, whether you're trans or you're not. Whatever you believe in, whether you're religious or not, at minimum, if we are a culture about liberty, we should all be able to agree, all of us. It's not up for negotiation that kids, minors, do not possess the fucking capacity to make such a decision, and they should be left alone and left out of this shit. That should be the bare minimum. That shouldn't be a political issue. Should be a social one. It's just what it is. But things have gotten so crazy where now got folks like Mags, which I mean, unfortunately, what a lot of people are like her, I believe they're cocky enough, arrogant enough to try to use children as a shield.
Of course.
And they're trying to use children to justify their own lifestyle. So maybe a decision that they made as an adult, they feel like it's right to then go put this shit on the youngsters. And that's really all this goofy shit is. We see this stuff in the classrooms as well, unfortunately. Well, really, you just want to be legitimized by this upcoming generation. You want your lifestyle to be justified by them. And things are so crazy. And I think that's what speaks to the absolute, just the failure, right, of the West, if you will, is that something like this is able to be put out and they feel good about it. You think Mag's feeling bad about putting this shit out? You think that they feel, hey, yeah, I'm putting this thing out with this whole trans shit targeting fucking children, minors. And she's like, yeah, I did it. So what? See, that to me speaks to our problem here. Because like I said, if we are living in like a moral society, if you will, it's not even about shame. You would know that this is wrong and it wouldn't be produced. Yet here we are. Proud. It's pinned. It's fucking pinned on the Twitter. They're wearing this loud and proud. Yeah.
How many likes does it have on it?
947.
Okay, so that's probably about 4 times as many as copies will get sold.
Give or take. Maybe you're probably being too generous.
This is going to sell in the tens.
In the tens.
You're literally making a book for an audience of you. That's it.
No, but that's the fucked up thing about it. You're making it for yourself, obviously, to legitimize yourself. Obviously, this is your position. For people that don't know, Mags is
who funded it? Because Mags is broke. Because they beg virtually every month for money. So who's publishing this? Who's funding this?
We're about to check it out right now. Actually, let's see. So bookshop.org is where it's at. Who is the publisher?
Bolzer and Bray Harpertine is the publishers.
Okay. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, I missed that. Okay. Bolzer and Bray Harpertine is the publisher. And the categories, obviously LGBT, social themes, dating, and sex as well.
Yeah.
It's targeting kids, bros. Yeah. It's targeting hell. They even got ironically the advertisement is Dr. Seuss. This is a much better option for your youngsters, by the way. And Mags is broke. We have our big seg for that reason.
Yeah. And this isn't gonna sell shit. And it's already discounted and hasn't even come out.
Oh yeah, it's discounted it. I don't know what her deal is with the publisher. There's nowhere it's a profit share because there's not going to be any of that.
Talk to Tim. Tim will tell you all about that.
Yeah. There's not going to be any of that. So yeah, that's this week's big seg coming from
begging for sales.
Begging for sales. So if you guys fuck man, the world is goddamn crazy, man. But that's pretty much all it is that I can say. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios. Next up, possibly our most anticipated book thus far, Yaira.